In Islamic theology, the Dajjal is defined as the ultimate apocalyptic figure, a force of deception and world-ending tribulation. This entity represents the absolute ceiling of human suffering. It is the maximum spiritual danger a believer could possibly face. Because this threat is so absolute, theology provides specific, heavy-duty spiritual defenses, engineered explicitly to survive this ultimate crisis. There is a logic here that applies to more than just the end of the world. To navigate the struggles of a normal Tuesday, we first have to understand how to survive the apocalypse. Step away from the end of the world for a moment and look at the quiet reality of daily life. Most of our battles aren't against world-ending monsters. They are against hostile coworkers, difficult neighbors, and personal enemies. These mundane antagonists can be categorized as Dajjal Asghar, the lesser deceivers, or small Dajjals. This means an adversary trying to ruin your career operates on the exact same spectrum of spiritual tribulation as the apocalypse, just at a microscopic scale. Recognizing a daily grievance as a miniature tribulation creates a logical bridge. If the problem is a fragment of the apocalypse, then the solutions used for the end of the world should be equally applicable here. This reframing stems from a specific interaction. A well-known mufti hosted a highly elevated spiritual elder for 3 months. This elder brought immense credibility to the meeting, having been blessed with 37 distinct visions of the Prophet Muhammad. Before leaving, the elder passed down a precise, actionable protocol to the mufti for surviving any difficulty that felt insurmountable. This was a tool rooted in an unbroken chain of tested spiritual experience. The elder provided a strict 2-step formula. The first step is the recitation of Surah Al-Kahf. Historically and theologically, this chapter is used as the ultimate scriptural shield against the Dajjal. The second step is offering 2 rakats of Salat al-Hajat, the prayer of need, followed by a sincere supplication. The Mufti adopted this practice and experienced consistent, immediate relief from his own personal adversaries. The formula functions as a specific mechanism, merging scriptural recitation with physical ritual to facilitate a protective response. While the practice worked, the Mufti began to analyze the underlying logical architecture that made it so effective. He deduced a principle that went beyond simply following instructions. He returned to the theological baseline. Surah Al-Kahf is the countermeasure specifically engineered to block the ultimate apocalypse. Spiritual tools operate on a hierarchy. If you have the cure for a terminal disease, it will easily handle a common cold. This is the Mufti's Big Frog principle. At the top of the threat hierarchy is the Dajjal Akbar, the apocalypse, a singular, massive weight. Daily enemies and personal grievances are merely the small frogs or minor minions at the very bottom of that same scale. This logic relies on absolute mathematical certainty. If a divine shield is guaranteed to block an apocalyptic blast, it effortlessly deflects the pebble of a daily annoyance. This logic shrinks seemingly insurmountable worldly stress into a manageable, insignificant hurdle. This scale shifts the focus from being overwhelmed to being protected. Human opposition becomes a known quantity that hits the barrier and simply vanishes. By applying the ultimate defense to our daily lives, our worldly enemies are rendered powerless, dwarfed by the scale of divine protection.